All right, so here we are. We are the props department. Completely different people than the people that were just talking.
Let me get another hat I can put on.
So the props department. This is a betting. This is a prop betting segment that we're gonna do throughout the playoffs.
What are prop bets? Maybe just explain it.
Okay, prop bets. Explaining it to Rovers because he doesn't bet typically. So
Well, there's two people that listen to the podcast, so yes.
all right, so prop bets are player stat lines that you're betting on. So the sports books and pick'em apps, they give you a line, and then we're basically just going through and we're going to be giving our personal picks for bets that we like. We like the line. We like where things are at. So I'll go with my first one. This is during the Saturday night game. This is during the Bears-Packers. I'm going with Christian Watson for over 51.5 receiving yards. So Christian Watson, he has gotten 51.5 receiving yards in most of his games. He got it against the Ravens, the last game that he played, and then he didn't get it the 2 games before that. So he didn't get it against the Bears in that weird game, and he didn't get it against the Broncos when he got injured. But before that, he's been pretty good at getting 51.5 yards. Not to mention, the Bears are very bad against receivers. So that is my first pick. I got 2. That's my first of 2. So
I'm noticing, looking at the people that I picked for prop bets, how much they don't align with my actual picks for our game previews, and that worries me a little bit, You ever get that sense?
Ryan has Jordan Love for 5 touchdown passes.
No,
And the Bears are still going to win by 5.5.
Yeah. Well, maybe. No, the first one I have is Trevor Lawrence. So QB for the Jacksonville Jaguars, of course. His passing line is at 235.5. And I'm gonna take the over on that. He's had only 8 of the 17 games go under that. And 4 of those games were really close to that 235 average. So at 235, they're under the average for sure. And I think that you might be able to make some money with the new Trevor Lawrence, who's going to show up to the game and throw for 350 yards.
Okay. We'll see. It is funny. Passing yards are always something that's hard for me to bet on, I guess. And it's funny because I feel like you can predict it pretty well based off the matchup, but for some reason, I struggle to bet those. And when I do, I feel like 50% of the time they hit, and then the other 50 they don't. So
I will shout out one more. Aaron Rodgers is at 204 for passing yards, which we just said was going to be a passing attack game. So I feel that's a little under for him.
yeah.
So shout out Aaron Rodgers if you don't like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. But if you don't like Aaron Rodgers, I feel like
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, in the playoffs, I don't know if I like that line.
226. I mean, it's literally like he could get that in a half.
Okay, my second one. Yeah, he's having a really good half. Okay, my second pick, going with an under. I'm going with Christian McCaffrey under 44.5 receiving yards. So the last couple of weeks, I've been betting under whatever his receiving line is, and the last couple of weeks, it's been hitting. So he hasn't hit 44.5 receiving yards in 6 weeks. And you know why? You know what the common denominator is? It's Brock Purdy. Mac Jones checked it down to McCaffrey a lot more than Brock Purdy does. So I expect that to follow suit. I think Philadelphia is going to sell out to stop McCaffrey specifically, which means Brock Purdy is going to be checking down even less to him. So I like McCaffrey under 44.5 yards. I still think he'll be effective, despite the fact that he had a terrible game last week against the Seahawks. I still think he will be an effective player for DFS and whatever else, and he'll make an impact in the game itself. But I just don't like his receiving lines because his receiving lines, he hasn't been hitting lately.
Okay, interesting. You took McCaffrey for receiving yards.
You took him for over 44.5 receiving yards?
My next one is Christian McCaffrey.
Ah, look at this.
57.5 rushing yards.
See, I'm fine with this line.
Rushing yards. And I took the over for that.
Yep, I'm fine with this line.
Again, for similar reasons, he gets checked down to a lot less, but they're criminally underrepresenting how good of a rusher he is. Now, They are playing a decent team with a decent defense. However, 57.5 rushing yards for the debatably top running back in the NFL feels criminally underrepresented or misrepresented.
Yeah, Eagles are 22nd against opposing running backs, so you can run on them. Bears ran all over him.
I think Christian McCaffrey, without a doubt, is their best player. Why you're gonna have to put the ball in his hands?
Disrespecting Kyle Juszczyk.
Okay, and if Juszczyk even sniffs the goal line,
You're not betting on him to score a touchdown. You're betting on him to get rushing yards.
maybe you want to bet on Juszczyk to get the damn. If that's what we're talking, why are we betting on Juszczyk over under on touchdowns?
Don't you tempt me. Okay. Well, is that all we got for these? That's all I got.
I mean, I had others, but I don't like them.
Okay.
After talking about it.
Ryan does not want to be contradicted. He doesn't want to contradict himself. So.
No. It's just, others seemed good at the time, and then the last shout out I'll give, Puka Nacua at 90.5 yards. Just hit the over. It's Puka.
That's the funny thing is that even with Devontae Adams back, it's like my gut would tell me to go under, but I know he's going to get the over probably. Yeah. So
you're going to feel bad for the first 3 quarters of the game. And then the fourth quarter is going to hit. Puka's going to be at 50 yards, and he's going to end with 150 yards. So,
yep,
I think Puka over 90.5 will be safe.
Okay,
and we will parlay all of these together and see who wins.
No, we won't. That's how you lose at gambling. Yeah. Okay, this has been the props department, and this has been Couch Football. We will be back next week, and I will be in tears after the Bears game.